Happy Kids TV.
The Holy Tales.
It's time for you to tell us a story. Yes, it's story time.
Well, today I shall tell you a story about how God was angry with the Israelites and thought of punishing them. Long ago, the people of Israel found it very difficult to follow the first commandment of God. It was hard for them to worship a God who could not be seen. They needed to learn how to do it. So they all went to Aaron, Moses' brother, and told him to make a god for them. This would make it easier for them to worship. So Aaron said,
"Bring me all the gold earrings that your wives, daughters, and sons are wearing."
The people got him all that he asked for. Aaron melted the earrings and poured them into a mold and made a golden calf. He also built an altar in front of the calf and said,
"There shall be a festival to honor the Lord."
The next morning, the people gathered to honor the golden calf. This angered God because the people had not followed his commandment of not worshipping idols. He wanted to punish them for not listening to him and breaking the first commandment. Moses pleaded to God not to be angry with them and that he would go and talk to the people himself. Moses came to the place where the people were worshipping the golden calf. He took the golden calf, melted it, ground it into fine powder, and mixed it with water. Then he made the people of Israel drink it till no signs of the idol remained. Now you know, children, that you should listen to what God tells you and try not to disobey him.
Yes, we know, and we all love God. To watch more videos, please subscribe.
John was a priest of the ancient Jewish temple who had baptized Jesus when he was a young boy. Few years had passed since then, and Jesus grew up to be a man, and he heard that John was killed. So Jesus was sad and went to a secluded place in a boat. His followers followed him on foot around the Sea of Galilee. When Jesus came ashore from the Sea of Galilee, he saw a large crowd waiting for him. The crowd had been waiting for him for a long time, and they were hungry. But all that Jesus and his disciples had were 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. That was not enough to feed the large crowd. Jesus' disciples said,
"Let us send these people back, since we do not have enough food for them."
Jesus did not want these people to go. He had to do something for these people. So he asked his disciples,
"Get the loaves of bread and the fish that we already have."
The disciples did what Jesus told them to do. Jesus blessed the food, and everyone ate their fill, and they went back with 12 baskets of leftovers. Wasn't that a wonderful story about how Jesus fed a huge crowd with only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish? Did you all like the story?
Oh yes, we surely did. To watch more videos, please subscribe.
A long time ago, a good man called Abraham had a son called Isaac. Isaac grew up to be a young and handsome man. Abraham started looking for a wife for him so that he was not alone and could have children. He asked his loyal servant to find a wife for Isaac. The Lord helped them find Rebekah, the daughter of Bethuel. Abraham's servant got Rebekah along with him to be married to Isaac. When Isaac was 60 years old, Rebekah gave birth to twin sons. The first son had red hair and had hair all over his body. He was called Esau, which meant hairy. The second son was born holding onto the heel of Esau. He was called Jacob, which means a cheat. Esau grew up to be a good hunter and he loved the countryside. Jacob was a quiet man and he usually stayed at home all by himself. One day, Jacob was cooking some bean soup. When Esau came back from hunting, he was very hungry and he said to Jacob,
I'm very hungry, brother. Give me some soup.
Jacob, who was very cunning and greedy, thought for a while and said,
You can have the soup, only if you promise to give me your birthright.
In those days, it was the eldest son who received the father's last blessings and more than half of his money after his death. Esau was so hungry that he promised Jacob his birthright without taking it very seriously. Jacob gave him some soup and bread, which Esau ate and left.
Bye-bye, Holy.
See you, children!
To watch more videos, please subscribe.
Plants and trees. On the fourth day, God created the sun to shine in the day, the moon and stars to come out at night. One day, Moses went to Mount Horeb with his sheep. There, God appeared to him as a flame of fire in a bush. Since there was no room anywhere else, they decided to spend the night in a stable. Here, Mary had her baby, Jesus. She wrapped him in a blanket and put him to sleep.
He's got the whole